How can this day be called good when an innocent man died today? Death and good seems like a contradiction, as innocent blood was shed on behalf of the guilty. His death wasn't a period. This run-on sentence punctuated his nail-scarred hands. So don't question his marks. Bruised for our transgressions and wounded for our iniquities. Aware that his holes give proper understanding of what is meant by good. The guilty fared well. As his innocence bid our guilt goodbye, he pardoned those who took matters into their own hands. Violence was their method. He died a gruesome death as the world stared. But if we are honest, it was our sin that put him there. The cross. A public display of terror used to show others what would happen if they didn't stay in their place. A place where love looked different. A disfigured portrait framed his suffering. A picture of how much he loves those who put him there. Offering his transient children a bridge to cross back into Eden. These heathens stood there chanting for his crucifixion like delete him. Heathen breathed in his last breath. Exhaled, it is finished. His race completed. Every promise completed. Sin hung with him until death would be defeated. The same breath that spoke creation into being. The same breath that put life into their being. Crucified for claiming to be king and warns us that we'll be crucified for proclaiming his kingship. But death had to release grip because the grave couldn't hold him. The road to the cross was tragically trodden as they brutally beat the begotten, forgotten that the very spit they used to disrespect him with only exists because of him. How he used dirt and spit to create them only to be treated like the dirt he used to create them with. His perfect sacrifice has delivered us from the curse of sin, this thorn removed. And the crown of thorns they used to mock him with was confirmation of who Jesus is and what he came to accomplish. They hoisted him up on the cross to die, unknowingly hoisting him up on his throne. Because of this day, one day, every knee will bow and every tongue shall confess that he is Lord. He is Lord. Only his kingdom will stand. He released his spirit into the Father's hand. What they didn't know that from the beginning this was a part of the Father's plan. To be united with his airline. And he allowed our baggage to fly free. Though our baggage cursed the tree. Your baggage don't define your travels. Only the pilot secures our landing place. So, how can this day be called good? Because an innocent man died today. So that you didn't have to.